yeah. So this is for you guys. This is totally for you guys because I know this is a whole different learning experience. So that's why we named it our online learning experience because I've been getting a lot of emails and text messages from a lot of people. Uh, if I stop, that means I'm checking the chat or I'm letting somebody in. All right. This is how the meeting gonna flow. All right. If we can keep our mics muted so we can get the information, unmute your mic when you got a question, and then or a comment or something of that nature, so we can work together to make this beneficial. So, but part one is gonna be is on us, not you. Part two, how to be the enforcer and not the teacher. Part three is the setup, and then social emotional attributes to this whole online learning and closing. All right. Let's see. All right. So what I mean by is on us, not you. Like I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of text messages from parents and loved ones and stuff. Even my own sister, they worried about being the teacher. Don't worry about being the teacher. I just need you, or the teachers need you just to be the enforcer. Okay. And then, as I mentioned this to my sister, she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, and I told her the steps, but I'm about to tell you the steps as well. So we just need you to be the enforcer. We're going to do the heavy lifting, okay? We got all the content, all the stuff. All right, becoming the enforcer, you got 4 steps to becoming the enforcer, okay? Now, step 1, stay connected to all your children's teachers, not just me. Stay connected to all your kids' teachers, okay? Make sure you're emailing them and you knowing what's going on and the assignments they have been given by name, okay? Because the kids will play games. They'll say they ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? They say they didn't get any work. We didn't do anything. The computer messed up. But you have to stay in tune with the teacher to know exactly what's going on. All right. Step 2, you have to spend time with the technology. Okay. Spend time with the kids' technology. So what I recommend you guys doing, I can do it for my class, but if you feel comfortable with another teacher, ask for a one-on-one sit down where you log into your kids' account with the teacher and let the teacher show you where they go to the classes and all of that stuff. Because the kids' answers and stuff is gonna be vague. They be like, it's just in teams, or it wasn't there, it was canceled. And they've learned to play the game so well from the start of COVID to now, to where you need to know how to run this whole thing. Okay. So I'm willing to do that for my students or whoever. If you got anybody else, I'm willing to do that for. I'm sorry, I stopped. I had to admit somebody. I'm willing to do that. So play with the technology. Make sure you are good with the technology, okay? That's 3. Step 4. All right. So we've been hearing this word and y'all been seeing it on your schedules, asynchronous or synchronous learning, okay? All that is work that the teachers give on their own, all right? So the kids they'll put it in Schoology and the kids got to do the work on their own, and the teacher might have some kind of process to check the work the next day or give them a grade or whatever it is they learn. Now, that's fine and dandy, but if you guys do this right here, your kid won't miss a beat while at home learning in this process, in this way that we learning now. So I'm gonna give you 2 metacognitive techniques, and plus the worksheet that's on here, I'm gonna send via email so that you guys can have this and run this off every day. So let me explain this a little bit. So the metacognitive techniques include thinking about their thinking. So back in the day when we would get home from school, I don't know about you guys, but my parents be like, "What you do at school?" I'd be like, "Nothing." "What you learn?" Problems. You know what I'm saying? Like it never was no detailed questioning to understand what went on in the day, in English class, science class, math class, all the stuff. Okay. So if you put in one of the techniques, journaling, you just have them write about each class, what happened in each class each day. That'll take them metacognitively back through their day and allow for a higher, what they call retention rate of learning the knowledge. Okay, so whatever they learn, they're gonna retain it. If you have them doing something with the knowledge after the day is over or during this time. Okay. Now, number 2, the 3, 2, 1 is a worksheet. So let me escape here. Let me hide this. Let me hide this. Here we go. Hide floating panel. So this is, y'all can still see my screen. Give me a thumbs up. All right, cool. Thank you. All right. So this is what they call a 3-2-1. This is what I'm gonna email you guys. So what you can do, you can print off one of these weeklies, or you have 5 of them or whatever, and they have to go through here and tell you 3 things that they learned in each class. Okay. Now you can tailor make it to their worst class once the grades come out. You can make it so if they say hypothetically they're doing bad in biology. You can make them do this just for biology class because they're doing well in everything else. Okay. They're doing well in everything else. Hold on, somebody just, I'm admitting people. All right, so they're doing well in everything else. Then you got to go to the 2, tell me 2 things you found interesting. So now it's not that coming home, what you do at school, nothing. Is now they got to go back in their brain, metacognitively, or think about their thinking or their day in each class to do this step, okay? Now, the reason I'm giving you guys these techniques is because we are at home and online learning. So we got to have something in place to make sure the learning stays at a certain level that at the same level it would in the classroom. This is how you do it, okay? This doesn't require any work from you guys. All you guys got to do is come in and say, did you do your 3-2-1? Read the 3-2-1 and say, hey, this 3-2-1 is bad because we talked for 15 minutes. You think we want to say it 1 sentence? Now you got to give it back to them, tell them to redo it. Now, the 1 is what I still got a question about, okay? So this part right here, this one part, I would email that back to the teacher, okay? It's like, my kid didn't understand this. So can you help him with this? So now y'all the enforcer, you just help the teacher out in a whole different way because we got 170 kids, 153 kids. You see what I'm saying? So to get this detail about each one of our kids, that is monumental. You want to see your kids be highly successful, consistently, and I mean consistently put this in their life, okay? If they ain't doing this, then they in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I got my little girl doing it in sheet 3. So I got my little girl doing it in sheet 3, like she in online classes right now, and every time I come over, I go through this with her. But I early talk it out, but then I get down to the 1, and I'm like, what do you understand, baby? She said, I ain't understand how to get from 11 to 16. I'm missing some numbers. See, she telling me this stuff at 3. You see what I'm saying? In English, this works for every subject. So if you want to print out enough of them to do this every subject, do that, okay? Because this is going to help. This is so going to help the teacher. If you want to just get it filled out and email it back to the teacher weekly, I'm pretty sure they even give the kid a grade if you propose that, okay? Anybody got any questions before I move on to the next slide?
And you're gonna send that to everybody's email?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna send it to everybody's email. Yeah, I'm sending everybody's email, and then I'm getting my text message system set up, and I'm also gonna text it so you have it both ways.
Tempo.
There you go. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to the present. All right. So again, before I move off the slide, these are things that's not meant to stress you out, but it takes your kid to another level because you guys got 9 to 5. You working all hours. Like, this is not meant to stress you out. This is meant to implement and save you time. Okay, that's what our goal was. Now, this part, download all the apps. Okay, so Schoology got an app. Download Teams app with their account on your phone. Okay, do that because now when you go in, they say they ain't got no work. You click the button, like, oh, so they got these many zeros for what reason? You know what I'm saying? And so you can tell. So now what this does, this adds this process and the one I told you before. What this does, it adds what they call extrinsic motivation on the kid. So if a kid know they got to do the 3-2-1, my mama got the app. She's staying in contact with the teachers and all the stuff. They are going to pay attention because it's going to be penalties. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be penalties. And once you get everything set up and set in place, especially knowing the technology, you're not going to have to worry about the kid doing their work because you got measures set in place if you have to leave them at home. Well, why didn't you do this? Why did zero? You see what I'm saying? Whereas if before the kids kind of could play the game where like, well, she ain't updated my grades. No, can't play that game now. No, I need this. This assignment was 3 weeks ago. Why it's not done? You see them? Why you didn't check on it? The whole 9. Okay. So that's what I mean. This is what I mean by being the enforcer. Okay. Before I talk about the setup, anybody got any questions about the enforcer section?
And what's the name of that app?
Schoology. I'll send you the apps via email. The ones you need to download, like Schoology and Teams, because that's what we use. And I don't know if anybody on here that's in another district, because this email went everywhere. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now the setup, of course. Okay, I wanted to make it personal. This is my little girl. So the setup, right? Bring back the structure. So before I get into it, you got to think about it. Kids was going to school, right? Going to sit down and receiving instruction. Now we take them, put them in one place in the house, and then they got to go to calendars. They got to use these tech tools, all this stuff to receive information. So it's a big change. So the more structured you can make your home, the better off your child gonna be, the better off you gonna be as far as leaving and coming and going to work and all of that stuff. All right, so find a place in the home or the apartment, I don't know where you guys live, and make that section the classroom, okay? You know, tailor-made to the age group. Hold on, it's supposed to go back. All right, so as you can see in the background, like we got the ABC, we got all that stuff, you know. And I'm keeping it 100. She got two places. Like this is at her mother's house. You know, she got another place in my house. You know what I'm saying? So then she on the computer on the online classes. She knows this is her work area. She don't eat here. She don't do anything. Okay, this is the work area. Let's see. Yeah, set up in the places. All right. So your child should not be doing work in their beds or laying on the couch. All right, because the kitchen carries a different persona, right? So if you go in the kitchen, you thinking you're gonna eat. You go in your bedroom, it's time to go to bed. You laying on the couch lounging with the Netflix, it's time to go to sleep. So the kid they are not going to learn at the level they're supposed to learn as if they were sitting in the room. This is another reason why you need a spot in the crib that they do their work. They don't do it anywhere else but there. Like today I had a teacher say it was a kid was getting a house fixed at the beauty shop. Like, what you know what I'm saying? What are you learning at the beauty shop? All right, now keep your consistent routine daily, okay? Keep that daily. So what do I mean by that? The kids got a schedule. Now you got a plan for the asynchronous learning. Even if they say they don't have any work, you guys got a plan for that work, all right? If you would normally plan doctor's appointments around school, continue to do that, okay? Continue to do that, unless it's just something dire, because I know we in this pandemic and all of this stuff, but continue to keep that routine consistent. Don't make your child's schedule as if they was at school, okay? Make sure they stay on task, they stay in their area, they're getting their work done. Like these things, all of these things is gonna add to the value of their education. I promise you. All right, so before I move into this piece, did anybody got any questions about that last piece or anything that's popped up in your head? Nope, okay. And if you do, and you don't want to stop me, let me drop it in the chat, and then I address it, you know what I'm saying, whenever I need to address it, or as quickly as I can. So with the social emotional piece, all right, let me explain about this punctuated technical evolution. So we all got thrown into technology instantly because of the COVID, right? I had old folks downloading Zoom and they downloading apps now, like it's crazy. So you got to be okay. You got to be okay with the change. And so we got through into this. So we got to be able to adjust to the technology. Now expect technology problems. Okay, we got 70,000 kids in Fort Bend ISD alone. All right, so they're using one platform. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of kids on one platform with all these teachers. So they're gonna have a few problems, but that's why I say play with the tech so you can know how to get around them. I'm gonna send a sheet to you guys that addresses like simple tech problems, like maybe the sound don't come out the headphones, right? I put it so have some, I mean not the headphones but the computer. So have some headphones near the computer so they can just plug up and go. So it doesn't stop their learning. But I'm gonna send a sheet too with the email I'm gonna send you guys with easy to fix problems that the kid can do or you can do at work that you print out and put on the wall, okay? Just dealing with the computer. something as simple as updating it is going to make these programs run right. All right. All right. Parents, give yourself time to adjust. Like I talked to like 10 parents, all over, you know what I'm saying? Then there's some people in Alabama that I talked to, that's one from. Everybody is on 10 right now, okay? The teachers they gave us time to adjust to this new learning and this new teaching. You guys got to adjust to the way that you got to work now within the home, you know what I'm saying? And within the home, with your work schedule, all of that. All this is the adjustment period. The kids got to adjust to sitting in one spot all day. So that is going to be, that's going to be adjustment. So don't freak out about the first week. It's okay. They still got schedule changes going on. They still got kids coming in and out of classrooms. The technology we're using is still dropping classes every now and again. Like, it's okay with the adjustment the first couple of weeks, okay? Just calm down and just move with that consistent plan that you put in place. Kids are gonna be all right. All right. This part is very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, this part is very important. I could tell a story, I could tell a story from relationship wise, like always worried about, you think you understanding what the other person want, but they really, that ain't really what they want because you're not listening to what they saying. This same concept lays right here with the kids. So talk with your children about the adjustments of their online learning, right? But the part that's important is see what they say can help them with the transition. So they might say something like, man, if the teacher slow down the transitions from one, if she just put us on one piece of technology instead of 5, all right, you send that to the teacher. Like, can you alter something with the technology so the kid won't have to transition so much and all that good stuff. Whatever they say, take that into context. And not only do you take into context within the household, right? You also convey that information with the kid's teacher, okay? You also convey that information with the kid's teacher. Because as you can see at the bottom of this, it says it gives us a better way to increase your child's learning experience now, because we got information that they normally wouldn't give us, all right? So make sure you're talking to them and see what's going on, write it down, send it to the teacher. This is what my son or daughter said about the learning experience online, so that, I hopefully you can make some adjustments tailor-made to my kid, which we're supposed to be doing that anyway by a job title, and that's what great teachers do. They adjust to each kid, not a group, not a one-out fit out, okay? So make sure you're getting that to the teachers. All right, so like I said, I want to keep this between 30 and maybe 45 minutes. I want to open it up to the floor for any questions. You can drop it in the chat, whatever you need, because next week we'll go a little deeper. I just want to have these once a week because, I know you guys are busy. And so does this time slot work for y'all, Thursdays at 7?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that works at 7. What's my man's name right here?
Mr. Warren, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a syllabus?
Yes, I have a syllabus. I had to redo it because my file got lost on the computer. But I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna send that straight to you guys. Okay.
Another question. I'm sorry. Do you usually do study guides before any kind of test or quizzes?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Like, so what's gonna happen in my class? They got a button where it say files, and I'm gonna upload everything they're supposed to learn for their unit in that file section. So you yourself can take that unit and see. And I can tell you we on block 1, 2, 3, or 4. And you can question your kid from the file, so they'll have it and they'll know where we're going. But I'm also gonna send that to you guys as well, because I'm trying to stay in contact with you guys as much as possible.
Okay,
Mr. Warren.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my son, Kenneth Skinner. So
Okay.
I'm looking at his feed thing, and you're not even added in with the rest of his teachers.
Yeah, I just got an email about him today.
Okay.
I'm about to go add him manually. And if it still don't show up, he's a part of my Remind group that I send out the link to as well. So he'll still be in the class getting his grade and stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Jason.
This is Jason's Alex mom. Did you say we were gonna meet every Thursday at 7?
Yeah,
Is
we're
that
gonna
correct?
put it for the
Okay.
next 6 weeks because there's a lot of information I want to get you guys to help you out, but doing it all
Oh.
at one time, it won't help you.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. And then I got another question. How long should we expect for the teachers to email us back when we email them? If we having a problem, like if he's having a problem submitting his work and he's emailed the teacher, that happened yesterday and we still hadn't heard back from the teacher. So how long does it normally take, for us to hear back from them when we email them?
I try to get back with y'all within the day, but I really can't speak for other teachers. Yeah. Everybody got different things going on, but the requirement or the job requirement is supposed to be, as soon as possible. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
Anybody else got any questions?
Hi, Mr. Warren. This is Darlene Coleman, Heaven's grandmother.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. Because sometimes I work from home too, and I have Zoom meetings that I need to attend as well. And it's like on Thursdays. So it may not be weekly. I may be able to chime in on some, but not all.
Okay. So what I'm doing to remedy that problem is like this meeting right here, it got recorded. I'm gonna upload it in a place where you guys can see it. If parents that didn't make it, I email it back out. Just to pick up where they missed off. So if you can't make it, then I will. You'll definitely get the email of the. What am I trying to say? You definitely get the email of the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank so you won't miss anything. I got you.
Okay. And then just turn in those sheets weekly?
You talking about the sheets, the 3-2-1s and all of that good stuff?
Right.
Yeah, that's a technique that you guys will do. I might send a separate email just with those in it because I give you a couple ways you can use it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to turn that into my class, but I'm saying I'm showing you a technique that can be used for every class. Every class. It's not just for me. I thank you for doing it for me, but every class. I'm not just worried about the kids' success in my class. I'm worried about the whole thing.
Yeah, but no, that's a good idea for every class.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you can email your teacher, say you went through the PD with Mr. Warren. He was talking about the 3-2-1, and I would like to turn this in and see if we can get extra credit. I'm pretty sure the teachers will be very open to that because it's an authentic work.
All right. Thank you.
Work, and so they'll take that into account. I'm pretty sure they will.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Stutterfield, you got anything? Let's see. All right. So nobody has any more questions. If you could leave a reaction. Like I got y'all kind of working with the tech a little bit because we'll work heavy with the tech next Thursday. Leave a reaction in the chat of how you enjoyed the 30-minute PD for you good. I mean for you guys, and that'll be it. I thank you for your time.
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, it should say reaction down at the bottom with a little happy face and a plus sign. It's for the principal statement.
Okay.
Oh, it's showing up here. Okay, I see what's. That's me. All right. Stop it.